Okay, I would like to call to order the meeting of Board of Fence Viewers, September 20th, 2023. The time is 9:32. And at this time, I have to ask everyone, oh, well, before I do that, let me say this is a public meeting being audio recorded for cable broadcast and internet hosting on www.daytonmass.gov and YouTube. If you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now I do, attendance, myself, Nancy and Eric are all here. Before we get into old business, I would like to bring up the fact that because this is the first meeting that we have had since July, we as fence viewers are appointed to a 1-year term, not a 2 or a 3-year term. So at this point in time, it will be necessary for us to reorganize.
Okay. I would like to make a motion.
Wait a minute. So you declare all positions vacant? Just say I declare all.
I
positions
declare
vacant.
all positions vacant.
Okay, I would like to make a motion that since this board has been operating exemplary. Bill's, yeah, aside from Nancy, under Bill's chairmanship, that I renominate Bill as chairman of the board.
Second.
Motion made. Oh, you call that, don't you?
Motion made and second, well, it doesn't
Doesn't matter. Oh, because nobody's nowhere.
Technically not.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now, we also need a clerk.
Do we vote on that? Nancy, you are a wonderful clerk.
You have to do the same thing.
Okay, I make a motion that since Nancy has done an exemplary job for our fence viewer board,
Word of the day.
that I renominate Nancy as the clerk.
I'll step down and second that motion.
Okay, all right, all those in
All in
favor?
favor?
Aye. Oh, you're chairman, so you call it now.
Now I can call it.
Sorry, I stepped out of order.
I'll vote for myself. Aye.
Okay. All right, so that little formality out of the way.
Mhm.
Okay, so Kane and McKeon is first. Good. So let's discuss the case regarding 2298 and 2308 Pleasant Street. I am sorry that we have our backs to you, Mr. McKeon. But it's too late now. I'm sorry. So at this point in time, I did go and visit the Kane and McKeon property. I did take photographs. I can show them to either one of you if you'd like. It's to my so there's a picture of the stone wall. It's nice and very square. Everything is straight. That's in the other direction. And then I took a photograph of the actual the dot where the
Oh, yeah.
Right.
corner of the lot is.
Yep.
I did see Mr. Kane there, and he did say that everything looked good to his to him. Mr. McKeon, do you have words to add?
I'm satisfied.
I believe you've received word from Miss Burke as
Mhm.
well.
They're all happy with the results of the,
What about the money?
yeah,
So you received the money, so we no longer need to hold the check,
correct. I have it voided out.
you avoided, okay,
Yeah.
and
I talked to her about it.
you did,
Well,
okay,
yeah.
so we're all set. There being no other issues with this, I'll entertain a motion to close this matter.
All right, I want to I make a motion that we close the case regarding 2298 and 2308 Pleasant Street, the Kane and McKeon.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. So do you guys have any discussion or concerns about the outcome of this?
No, sir.
Okay, that being said, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You can
Thank you for bringing this to us because we had a title and no jobs.
Enjoy your winter down south.
Okay, next, item is 2396 and 2386 Pleasant Street, which is the Burdos and Kuchenbauer properties. I also stopped by there this morning. And similarly, I took some pictures and I can forward these to you.
That's fine.
Stick them in the file.
Just to have it in file, yeah.
So you'll see now the fence obviously has been moved away.
Oh, yeah, there's
Now-
more room between the fence
Oh,
and the house.
there's a lot more room. between
Yeah.
the fen-
Oh, yeah, he got a nice bit of space.
Yeah, and you see that the fence is now hogging right along the driveway.
Yep,
I presume this was the actual property line and you can see it's lined up correctly. So, I was happy and, to the best of my knowledge, I have not heard from Kuchenbauer. But I
I
have
think
heard
he's fine with,
Birdo, so.
yeah,
Yeah, if he wasn't, he would have let him know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
seemed like they worked it out.
So,
he got, the fence is back enough so he could make that, his concern was
Well, what
that.
he did was, what happened there was, instead of bringing the fence all the way down to the street or whatever
Yeah.
the zoning would be to within 5 feet, or whatever it is, he kept it back a little bit so that the Kookaburras can make a swing in if they need to, is the way that looks. So, he basically just only wanted to work on the side of his, be able to work on that side of his house too. So he got that and he left it a little bit open for the Kookaburras to swing in. So, yeah, it looks good.
okay, that being said, I will entertain a motion to close the case on 2396 and 2386 Pleasant Street.
So moved.
Second,
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion?
all those in favor?
All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, new business. I would like to just have a short conversation about an issue that did come to my attention. And I had a bit of a debate with a friend of ours. And keep in mind that the meaning or I looked it up, the reason for the existence or the historical reason that fence viewers were created was for livestock. This is why we're also was the
Right.
fence viewer.
Yes, I remember that discussion in the beginning.
Something.
Field drive.
Field driver was the other one, but now the field driver is definitely, couldn't ACO. So
Right.
that's why we did away with that. But they're pretty tightly coupled in that what would happen is, back in the day, you
Yeah.
have your
Great,
your
migrate
your
over.
goats or whatever.
Yep.
And they would, move
Over
over
somebody else's
some of the
property.
property and do damage, et cetera, et cetera. So it is within the Board of Fence Viewers purview. If there is animals crossing over a property, we are the proper board.
Is it just livestock animals or you talking not like dogs and cats?
I would imagine any animal.
Okay, all right,
If it's an issue, it's an ongoing issue.
Yeah,
So we
right.
got neighbor one and neighbor two,
correct.
and some animal is crossing the border.
Right, okay,
And it's a nuisance, we are the proper authority to say, you need to put up a fence on that property line. So just to be clear, so I did see there is. a
Border
fence.
Patrol.
Almost.
No, we're not gonna deal with kind of like Velcro. People swimming across
crossing the
the
border.
border from Berkeley.
They're crossing the border illegally.
Yeah.
So, when the goats cross the border illegally, yes, this is within our purview. So I did hear some rumblings about a case that may come to us,
Okay,
but.
About livestock.
About.
so you're
livestock.
reminding us that we're livestock.
I'm reminding you that we're not livestock agents. What we are,
I got
our
this.
purview is strictly
Just the property.
fences.
Yeah,
But the point is that we are the proper authority that can order a fence to be built.
okay,
Okay, certainly if it's a matter of how it's built or whatever, that's the building inspector.
Yeah.
Is gonna say, how high it's gonna, well, we can also say how high
Got it.
it's gonna be. But what I'm saying is that it may come to us. And if you hear of anybody in town that has issues with, so-and-so's goats are on my property, they should bring it to
It's
this
us,
board.
okay.
Yeah.
Public
That
notice on
being
that.
said, yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to
I
state.
think it is just livestock, though. I don't think it's dogs and cats, because
Got it.
you don't drive. Field drive is you're driving either a herd or a few
Right. Yeah, I think
livestock.
dogs and cats would be animal control.
Yeah, but
You're right.
Well,
property
and-
lines
and yes,
for us.
and
Unless
that's-
there's a lot of dogs,
An important just
a herd of dogs.
when the goat or the dog or whatever crosses the boundary, we don't have anything to do with the goat or the dog, just the pets,
Yeah.
just the pets.
Okay,
So that being said, at this point in time, we have no new business on our agenda and no new cases.
all right.
So I'm not sure what the proper methodology is here, but I would say that we would just adjourn until
There's an issue.
such time that an issue is brought up.
Yeah.
With Stephanie.
Sure.
I see no reason to continue with meetings when we have no business to discuss.
Agreed.
So
So,
Motion.
We said-
on that.
oh, we have,
Motion that we don't-
no,
We got
no,
minutes.
just-
Sorry.
we don't have regularly posted meetings, so you
Yeah,
don't
right.
have to, so
it-
when
Okay.
when there's an issue, we'll meet again when something comes up.
Okay, super.
Okay.
Makes sense.
so how does it work with the minutes from today? Say we don't have another meeting until next June.
Well, I suppose
we'll approve
actually
it.
you could post a 5-minute meeting for an assessors meeting and just say, all we have for businesses, except the minutes of whatever,
Okay.
just so that you have
Would
them.
that- could you put that on the Board of Assessors agenda?
No. Post a meeting for the fence viewers, 5 minutes ahead of an assessors meeting.
I see, to approve minutes. Okay,
Just
that makes
approve
sense.
the
Yeah, we
minutes.
could do that.
What we will have to do, though, even if we don't have issues, there would have to be an annual meeting to organize the
Yes,
committee.
yes.
So sometime after the election,
Well, when we're
when
reappointed.
everything comes up, that's
July,
right.
I believe. Yeah.
All right,
So
so
we got all these minutes.
Yeah, that's 3 sets.
new business. So that was new. So public input, where we at now? Public input.
So we just need a motion to approve these minutes.
Public input,
Okay,
there is,
Um,
do we have any correspondence? No, review and approve the minutes.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes, if ready, for 12/21/22, 3/22/23, and 4/12/23.
Second,
Motion made and seconded, any discussion? I'm still reading. Good to me. All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
That goes to Nancy.
Okay, and anticipated items?
Oh, this is just a general request. I'm gonna go to Bristol Plymouth to work on getting a calendar made for 2024. This is the Stormwater Education Project. However, if anyone has any pictures that they can email to me of something around this town. I don't want people in it, but just something that's a nice picture. I'll add it to the thumb drive because I've got about 20 pictures. I've got 5 or 6 people who've contributed, the rest of them are mine. But if you have any pictures at all, you think, this is a good picture.
Anything, not just stormwater.
No, this is the stormwater.
Do you want stormwater gathering somewhere?
No. Any nice picture you have in this town, I don't want people in it. But if you have cow chip, the critters out on the field, or
Critters.
if there were people and they're far, far away and you can't identify them, that's not a problem. Or a building or a place in the woods.
There were pictures of the firecracker festival. Those might be.
That would be cool.
If they're far enough away.
Hmm.
I'll
You mean
check
You don't want people in, so no.
Well, if you have people, you got to get written permission to do it. And I don't have time to do that. I want this calendar.
I'm just suggesting check Facebook.
When's the drop dead date on the pictures? What do you need them by?
I'm going to go to Bristol Plymouth this week.
Okay,
So if I could have them by Friday at the latest.
that's the latest, right? Okay.
For example, I've got some pictures of, several pictures of the, Broad Cove Trail, different things. I got a picture of a gigundous wasp nest that was along that trail. All right. I've got the salt marsh at Broad Cove.
Pictures of the river.
I've got one picture of I got one nice picture that Lisa Caldonia sent me of through the trees. You can see the river. I've got a picture of a minke whale that Woody took,
Right.
but in the river. So all I'm saying is if anybody has some pictures, send them to me at ngulat@comcast.net. Because then I'll just download them, put them right on that thumb drive.
Can you contact Nikki Mello?
Oh, yeah.
Because she has a stunning photograph of a sunset down Wellington Ave.
Okay, I don't have sunsets. I have spectacular sunrises from Jennifer Louise, who used to be the town accountant. She would come in here early in the morning. And from her office, I mean, it looks like the sky is on fire, but it's a sunrise, but yes, the sunset would be
Plenty of
great.
Fountain River,
But
but it has to be Dayton. Sometimes they're in Dayton.
well, I
Yeah,
don't,
I'll look through my stuff. Okay.
right,
All right,
but just email it to me, all right?
good enough.
But anyhow, this isn't my calendar, but I'm looking at it saying you got an awful lot of pictures here. Obviously, they're gonna pick out 12 to use. Also, I'm gonna tell them, I'm doing the brochure over it and I got a couple of pictures that I want. One is a picture of a sign that says clean up after your dog. And then another one is a picture of Joe Berthman, who is the wetland scientist up at Clearway. Sent me a picture of silt socks. And I'm gonna put that in there because it shows how you control runoff. All right, that's for the brochure. The brochure gets into the kind of things you have to do to help keep stormwater clean. But the calendar, I just want nice pictures of Dayton because the last 2 years we gave out calendars, they were national parks. And people said, oh, were these Dayton pictures? No, they're national parks. Oh, and I'm thinking, they're national parks. But anyhow, so this year I'm trying. And any pictures that we don't use, I'm just gonna keep adding them to the thumb drive.
Okay,
Hope we can do this each year. So just in
Sounds good.
general.
all right.
All
Okay.
right.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Oh, motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
we're adjourned. 49.
Mhm.
Hey, when we leave today, can you leave that up? Because I got stormwater at 1 o'clock and we usually end up